Hey everyone, welcome back to Bill and Matt Are Losing It. I am Bill.
And I'm Matt.
And we're still losing it.
Totally. Welcome to episode 6.
Jeez. 6.
Yep. So we're on episode 6, which means we're just finishing our 5th week.
Yes.
Yep.
Although, you guys don't know this because we just launched episode 1.
Shh.
Yeah, we got a little behind in actually publishing this.
We didn't get behind. We were canning a few just in case.
Actually, we're putting some in reserve. So.
It's just we did that on purpose. That was
We did do it on purpose to an extent.
To an extent, maybe not the full month.
Maybe
we were gonna
6 episodes.
we were gonna put I think 2 or 3 episodes in the can. And today is kind of a special day. We are actually in a little recording studio.
Yeah, I feel like a DJ.
So we're actually on nice microphones surrounded with sound abatement and things like that. So that's pretty pleasant.
It's a nice, dark, quiet room.
Right. So enjoy the audio quality. Next week probably won't be as good.
No.
So
it's got to be better than, was it last week that we were walking around in the forest?
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's got to be better than last week.
I should hope so. like I think that's going to be pretty rough.
So how was your week?
My week, I got to tell you, Bill, not that great.
No?
No.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I think we just record this podcast so we have a method of whining about our weeks.
I think so. This is just like,
oh, it was so hard.
I think back to the second episode where we were just finishing up our first week of our diet and like how much energy I had.
Yeah.
And it was like really hard to contain. Like, because I remember listening to the podcast, I'm like, God, that's like, I'm really annoying. But I was feeling really good. And I don't feel that great this week. But
I still have increased energy, and I think that's more from the exercise than from the diet. I think the constant moving around has actually started to, help my energy level.
That's and that's something I definitely feel is that and every week I'm like, I'm going to exercise more this week. And then the next episode I'm like, well, I didn't. So that's exactly what I'm going to say again this week. Later, when I get to the exercise update, I'll tell you how I didn't do it. But
and I can actually
I'll save that. We'll save that for later for the exercise update.
All right, fine. I won't go into it now.
Oh, well, what were you going to?
No, we're going to save it for the exercise update.
Oh, okay. We'll save.
You have to have something to look forward to, right?
I mean, this is because they have no idea what I'm going to say. Did he exercise this week?
Oh.
So no, but this week's been tough. It's been a really tough week. This has probably been the worst I've felt since I started the diet. So I felt more like I did before I started the diet.
Well, this would be a stupid podcast if we just recorded every week. We did great. Oh, it's fantastic. It's so easy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you could probably look at us and know that we're not going to be nailing this every week, right?
Or if you know our history, you probably know that,
Yeah, we're not gonna knock this out of the park. This isn't gonna be one of these stories where we're like, I've lost 40 pounds in the first month. Well, as you know, because we're on week 5. Yeah. We'll get. I was about to start talking about weight, but we'll get into that on the weight.
Something
update.
else to anticipate.
Well, let me ruin that one too. No, I'm kidding. I think I'm just trying to figure out what I want to say about how I felt this week, and it's I'm having some trouble coming up with it.
Well, just say it, and we can always cut stuff out.
Well, yeah, I just felt I felt pretty rough, pretty low energy.
And you know what I'm going to say? It's the sugar.
It's the, yeah.
Have you tried super greens?
I love tried them once. Yeah, they were weird. So I don't disagree with you about the sugar. Because my diet is basically I eat some vegetables, I eat some fruits, but largely I eat bread and pancakes and stuff.
I watched you hoover a pancake yesterday.
Yeah. So yesterday, actually, that was like my favorite meal
That was so
of the
good.
week. So I don't know if I want to talk about that yet because I want to talk about it later in my favorite meal segment.
Oh my God, just talk.
I'm breaking everything in my mind. This is all broken into segments. My favorite meal segment, the weight update segment, the whatever other segment. I don't know.
But now I have nothing to talk about because I'm saving it all for different segments of the show.
We must have order.
Let's go to the We Talk About Stuff segment of the show.
Cool.
So how was your meal yesterday? You enjoyed your...
Okay, my meal yesterday, we were trying to find a place to have lunch, and it was like, what's a good place that'll have some decent options? Let's go to J. Christopher. And if you live in the area, you know J. Christopher is like a pretty popular breakfast place. They have some healthy options on there.
Yeah. And it's delicious.
It's pretty good.
I love that when we looked up vegetarian restaurants on Google Maps, the first thing that popped up was Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Vegetarian restaurant near me.
Try Chick-fil-A.
Which doesn't have
You can have some fries.
You can have French fries or a fruit
Coleslaw.
cup.
No, they don't even make the coleslaw anymore, which I'm very sad about because I like their coleslaw.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm okay that they don't have it because I don't like coleslaw. Yeah, so we went to J. Christopher, and this place is delicious, but not super vegan friendly or vegetarian friendly even.
I was surprised. That guy really thought that there would be more options. It just seems like a modern trendy kind of place.
Right.
They had some gluten-free options.
Yes.
But not a lot of vegetarian, or especially not vegan. Vegetarian, yes. Vegan, no.
If you eat eggs
and cheese. Everything had eggs and cheese.
Yeah, you could have an omelet.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at an omelet like that's made
entirely with animal products.
I can't eat that. And then even the thing that I settled on, we were talking about it, and the waitress was like, "Yeah, you just had a little cheese," and I was like, "Yeah, I can't really eat cheese." She was like, "Well, have less cheese," and I was like, "Yeah, I can't really have cheese at all, though." But I ended up getting a skillet, a build your own skillet, and I just put like potatoes and avocado and mushrooms and tomatoes and spinach,
pico,
and some pico and salsa, and I gotta tell you guys, that was probably the best thing I ate all week. No, it was super good, super good. But I also ate a pancake with that blueberry pancake, and I ate that in like 12 seconds.
It was scary.
Mostly because I was done eating and I was full, and I was like, I gotta eat this pancake because I don't want to save it, so I better eat it
really fast
immediately because if I take my time with it, I'm not doing this thing. I'm not eating it. So let's
probably would have been the better choice.
Totally, yeah, because it felt kind of rough after the pancake. Yeah, it would have been a better choice not to order the pancake.
Right. Of course, I let them bring my biscuit, and I ate the biscuit.
I should have eaten the biscuit.
Which I didn't feel horrible after the biscuit, so it probably would have been a better choice for you.
It would have been. But it was a lot of food. It was too much food.
It looked really good, though.
Super good. It was super good. It was really good.
I was sitting there watching you devour it, and I was so jealous.
I was also going, oh, it's so good. How's your slop, Bill?
I'll have what he had.
What'd you get there?
I got the same thing. I got the turkey avocado skillet, but without any substitutions.
Right. So
it was delicious.
Mine was better.
It looked better.
Yeah,
it had the spinach and the big chunky tomatoes, and it looked really good.
It was good. Yummy yum. Cool. All right. That was a 5-minute discussion of one meal.
That's what we should do. We should just talk about food.
Sure.
That's where we really get passionate.
It is. What was your least favorite? What was your favorite meal, I guess? Was it that, or did you have a different one?
So my favorite meal, the tastiest meal was not the best, healthiest meal, but my wife made this incredible shrimp pasta fra diavolo It was really good. It was nice and garlicky and spicy, and the shrimp were cooked perfectly, and they were big and plump and juicy and meaty.
That sounds pretty good.
Oh my god! And it was gluten-free pasta, so it wasn't horrible.
Right.
It's still a lot of pasta, which I'm trying to avoid an excessive amount of carbs. But oh my god, it was delicious.
Right.
She outdid herself.
Well, next time you make something like that, you're welcome to invite me over, and I'll pick the shrimp out and give it to you.
The only problem with that meal is I had just gotten home, and it was like 9:30 at night, and I ate way too much, and had to go to bed on an overfull stomach of spicy, garlicky shrimp pasta, and it was not a pleasant evening.
No, I don't think I'd like to sleep all night, having just consumed that.
Yeah.
What was your least favorite meal of the week, Bill? Just the...
Oh, I know exactly what it is.
I had 18 really awful meals. Which one was the worst?
I had a lot of meals that I enjoyed this week, but they weren't necessarily good.
Right, gotcha.
Good for me, at least.
Yeah.
But probably the worst is, I went over to the guy's house to play games, and we had Papa John's pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And pizza, of course, isn't fantastic to begin with, but Papa John's kills me.
Right.
I cannot have Papa John's without having just the most horrid reflux.
Right.
For days. It's good. It's tasty.
Yeah.
It just kills me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the same page with you.
Yeah.
My worst meal here, I'm going in between two different meals. Although I think I have a winner. One of my meals was my meat meal of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had
if you want to call it meat.
Yeah, it's not even really meat. It's like meat paste that was like pressed and dried into a shape.
It's meat leather.
Yeah, it's like, well,
it's like fruit leather, but meat.
Like it tastes very similar to bologna.
Yeah.
It's like, anyway, it's this Carl Buddig turkey that I bought before I started this diet. It's sitting in my fridge, and this stuff just never expires. Well, it does, but not soon. So I don't throw it out because it's not bad. I'm like, So, and I'm one of these people that I'm like, I don't want to throw it away. Like, I guess I'll eat it. I didn't even want it. I was just like, I guess I'll have that. Like, and I love these stupid sandwiches. They're awful.
That's how we got into the position we're at. We eat food that we don't even want.
Well, yeah, no, that's true. That is true. But I ate that meal, and it locked me down. Like, that lunch didn't move out of my stomach for a long time. Like it shut it down, and then that dinner that evening was this really wonderful, just spaghetti. It was super simple marinara sauce noodles. Loved it.
Sometimes that's just the best.
Super, that's my favorite thing right now to eat. And I'm not even supposed to be eating that much noodles, but my whole diet is bread and sugar. So,
but I don't feel good.
Yeah, I know. Well, shut up, Bill. Leave me be. Let me not feel good. But that sandwich was not good. But the worst meal I had was we ordered Papa John's, and I got a pizza with no cheese on it.
I wonder if Papa John's will sponsor us now.
yeah, I'm sure.
Papa John's makes me hurt.
I normally love Papa John's.
It's tasty. I like it.
Super delicious. Yeah. And it doesn't normally hurt my well, I mean it does, but
it does, always.
It doesn't give me the same issues. I don't get indigestion off of it typically. That's not the case this time. Now, I'll tell you what I ordered was a cheeseless large pizza with green peppers, mushrooms, banana peppers, and jalapenos. Mm-hmm. And, oh my.
So, a pepper pizza.
A pepper pizza. Peter Piper picked a pepper pizza.
From Papa John's.
From Papa John's, yeah. So, I ate that, and that I could only get through 2 slices of it, and the second slice I pulled a bunch of the jalapenos off.
Too spicy.
It's just too spicy for me. I like spicy, but I'm not one of those people. So, I just had the worst heartburn all night long. I ate 5 Tums, and it didn't really do much to it. So, pretty terrible. Really rough night. not a great day the next day. And I still have that stuff in my fridge. I have like 6 slices of that I gotta go through. Like I feel obligated to eat it.
You probably have the same problem I do. I can't throw food away unless it's bad.
Yeah,
I can't.
I look for
it's
bad
the poor
food.
mentality. Growing up poor, you don't waste food.
Right. We throw out all kinds of rubbish, like vegetables. Because we used to eat just crappy meats and fast foods. So any vegetables that we bought that we thought we were going to eat,
right, just stayed in the fridge until they rotted.
Died in the fridge.
Uh-huh.
I actually have some right now, some zucchinis that I bought that I didn't get to. Pretty actually sad about it because I love zucchini. So,
if you plan meals, you throw away a lot less food.
I know.
Not that I do that, but I've heard.
Alan and I have gone through periods where we plan a little more. And when I first started this diet, we were planning a lot. We were doing pretty good for the a few weeks ago, we were doing pretty good. It was actually cleaning out a lot of the stuff out of the cabinets in the fridge. It was starting to feel pretty nice. And to open the fridge and be like, yeah, I know all that stuff. But instead of opening it up and being like, what a monstrous pile of stuff, which is what I normally do. Because there's like to-go containers like shoved in every crevice, plus, leftovers from this meal or that meal, which is what we have going right now. So we have like pizza in there, plus takeout leftovers, plus meals that we've cooked leftovers, and it's just leftover madness in there. So I'm going to have to throw them out or eat them or whatever. Make some decisions this weekend.
Right.
So that is a really good update. I'm so glad I could tell everybody about
the state of your fridge.
And bear with us for exciting updates on my closet.
Oh, let's not go in my closet.
Yeah. How are you feeling this week?
So it hasn't been, again, the best week for me sticking with my diet.
Right.
I do great for the most part during the day while I'm at work because, I bring my lunch and that's all I have to eat. So I have to eat healthy because that's what I cooked for the week.
Right.
But somebody brought in a big Costco-size box of the little sweet and salty bars, which are basically just candy bars.
I don't even know what those are.
They're the little Nature Valley granola, sweet and salty,
Yeah, okay.
And they're so good. I mean, they're not, but they are.
Right.
They're, like I said, they're a granola bar, but they're really just a candy bar.
Your story's really interesting,
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah.
Keep going.
So, I've been, when I stay away from sugar, I'm feeling really good, but I had at least one just about every day. A couple days I had a couple. I think one day I had 3.
Mm-hmm.
When I get home, I don't eat so well. Mostly because, I don't have... I get home from work and I don't feel like cooking. So, you go for the easy stuff, and the easy stuff is not the healthy stuff.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We eat out, and, we've been eating out a lot, which, again, is not the healthiest option. So my evenings haven't been great. I've been feeling energetic because I think it's more from the exercise than from the diet.
Mm-hmm.
But my health hasn't felt fantastic.
Right.
I haven't felt healthy.
Right.
And the sugar really brings my energy down after I eat it. Which seems like it'd be the opposite. Most, you think you eat some sugar and, you get pepped up. But for some reason, it just instantly shuts me out. Shuts me off.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
You didn't even get that little,
No.
I just ate sugar!
It's immediately goes to the crash.
And then, boom.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Bill. That sounds like you're probably just overloading it, overdoing it. So.
I had...
No, Bill, you're doing it. Too much.
No.
You took too much.
Too much.
You took too much, Bill. He really wanted to defend himself there. He was like, but I but I don't eat that bad.
But it doesn't take a lot of sugar, is what I'm saying.
See, it only takes a little bit, but no, I get it. That's fine.
A little bit's too much.
A little bit is too much, apparently, because if you're going straight into the crash, then you well overdid it.
Yes.
So, and if that's a very small amount of sugar, then sucks for you, dude.
Because that's my thing.
Right.
I like the sugar.
That's your jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's meat. Yours is sugar.
Yeah.
That's our demons, right?
Your meat's my sugar.
Yeah. So you're getting to a point where you can eat you're getting more sensitive to sugar.
I think I am, which also seems to be my thing, because whenever I overdo something, like I did with nicotine, like I did with caffeine, like I did with other substances in my youth, once I stop them, I can't even do them in moderation.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like it's funny that you're saying that, because like I've been kind of experiencing the same thing with meat.
Right.
Like before I started this diet, I was uncomfortable. I had a lot of whatever. When I went on this diet, a lot of that started to go away. What I've noticed now is that, and then I could eat a meal and feel okay. What I've noticed now is that, like, I'm getting more sensitive to it. Like, I'll have that sandwich and be like, oh, that's not good. Or have a little bit of cream in something, and be like, I can feel that I've had cream. Like, I feel a little discomfort in my stomach. Or even just the cheese. I can tell you when I've had something that's not cool, that's not on my diet. And like I literally feel a little bit of pain in my stomach from it. So very specific pain that only comes from, well, I've had it a couple of times from too much oil. So like I had a big thing of French fries, and they were just really, really greasy French fries.
I ate Five Guys this week too, and that,
Yeah, I mean, so this is something that used to not bother me. Okay, it may have, but it was all blurred in with everything. So, but I'm starting to notice that like even these really heavy oil foods, these greasy fried foods, some of these are really starting to trigger that stomach pain, and I'm like, oh, I didn't think I had an issue with that. I mean, okay, when you back up and you think to yourself, you didn't think you had a problem eating that greasy pile of, like, if you put that on a paper plate right now, it would soak through to the table. You know what I mean? And you think that was okay? And you're like, well, I didn't have a problem with it before.
Hey, it's funny. I'm sitting here listening to us talk, and I'm thinking we sound like the most neurotic couple of guys. But I don't think it's neurotic. We're just observant.
Now.
Right.
Now. Right.
Or it could be both, but still. I don't think what we're saying is neurotic. It might be.
I don't feel neurotic saying it.
No.
So, and I haven't taken any of this as neurotic. I've just taken it as like, this is what's happening. This is what I'm experiencing.
Right.
I'm paying attention to it and I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Whether that's, I was going to say whether it's good or not. I know it's good. I know what we're doing is good. I know being able to tell that if I eat that, it hurts me.
Right.
I know that's a good thing to know. So if I didn't know that before, that's bad. That's the crazy thing, is to not know, to not think about a plate of greasy French fries as an issue.
So apple cider vinegar.
Well, I guess we could talk about that. Bill and I've done a little bit of research. We're going to do a little bit of a new thing this week. We did some research on apple cider vinegar. We watched a couple of, hold on. Let me qualify research.
Go ahead.
When I say research, I don't mean looking up things and being smart about things.
We watched about 15 minutes of YouTube.
We watched some YouTube videos where other people had maybe done that or maybe not. I don't know. They talk about studies, but I don't see them actually sourced or written. So we did not research, and that's what I'll call it. I Googled something.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we haven't had some history with apple cider vinegar to begin with. It's not like the first time we've ever broached the subject.
We're not ignorant to almost any of the stuff that we talk about ever.
Right.
But
We just polish up what our ignorance is before we come on the mic.
that turd of knowledge that we have. Give it a quick shine. And then move on. So this week we're going to do something a little different. We're going to talk a little bit about apple cider vinegar. And a lot of people claim a lot of health benefits from it. Whether those are true or not, well, I don't know. I actually have no idea. I don't know if they're true or not. But whatever.
I imagine there's probably some backing to some of the claims. It's probably not nearly as magical as people think it is.
Right.
Or have the effect to the extent that people hope it does.
True.
But I believe it probably does have some properties that would help.
I think. Well, I mean, let's talk about some of the things that people say that it does. One of the things that people say is it reduces your blood sugar.
And that does seem to be one of the more backed by science claims that it has. There actually does seem to be some studies that show that.
Sure, and they actually give numbers. 33% blood sugar reduction immediately following consumption.
Is it blood sugar? Oh, yeah. And
blood sugar.
And then I think an equal part in insulin sensitivity, like 33, 35.
Increased insulin sensitivity at 34%.
Right.
So those numbers are kind of, you just say 33, 34%, whatever. Right. But in my mind, those are the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they talk about them like they're separate. But like what we talked about before when we were talking about the glycemic index, about the acidity of foods
right.
having an effect.
Right.
And I said you could potentially have something acidic that would affect how your body absorbs sugars or glucose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's what happens here. This vinegar is very acidic. You consume it. So I guess it wouldn't even necessarily have to be
But you'd have to have it with a meal in order for it to have that effect, no?
Yeah, you'd have to have it in there at the same time. That's why they say the best way to do it is actually consume it with meals.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not telling you eat it with a meal because the vinegar will actually slow down the digestion of that. They're saying eat it once a day or have this much per day, but then another person says, have them with meals. I don't know how the studies were done because obviously they didn't actually talk about the studies in depth enough to know how the studies were. I assume they were with meals, with food. So you give them.
Doesn't specify that though.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So who knows? But yeah, definitely. I think if you're eating something that has a pretty good glycemic load or has a lot of glucose in it, a lot of sugars. If you were to have apple cider vinegar with it, you would probably feel a little more even. You, Bill, probably wouldn't have that sugar crash.
Right.
If you had, and that might be a lot of fun to try this week. So I think that's our thing. We're going to talk about this stuff and we're going to try it. We're going to actually do that this week. We're going to do the prescribed dosage all week long. And next week,
see how it affects us.
We're going to tell you what we think about it. One, I've taken, I like the fact that they tell us to mix it with water because I've taken it straight before, and that is.
If you mix it with some honey, it's not so bad.
It's challenging by itself. I'm telling you, that was pretty challenging.
Bragg's actually sells little drinks, apple cider vinegar drinks, and that's basically all it is. It's just some apple cider vinegar and water, and usually some honey or something else to kind of sweeten it up. But
probably mix it with grape juice or something.
No, there's no juice in it.
No, I said I will.
Oh, you would? Yeah, you could.
Hell yeah. Cool. What's next? Apple cider vinegar. So we're gonna do that this week. We're gonna have apple cider. What are we doing?
We're gonna do 1 or 2 tablespoons in 8 ounces of water, and we're gonna do that 3 times a day.
3 times? I thought it was once a day.
No, it's 3 times a day.
That's crazy. I'm not doing that. That's 6 tablespoons in a day. They said you're supposed to take between 1 and 2 in a day. I think you're wrong.
You wrote it down.
I didn't write 3 times a day. Do you see 3 times a day?
They said to take it 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day.
Oh, well, no, split this up.
Well, fine. We'll split it up then.
It would be, total consumption for the day would be 2 tablespoons and 8 ounces of water. And you can take it all in the morning, or you can split it up over the meals.
You know what apple cider vinegar is great for?
Bunions.
But it is good for colds.
Colds?
If I feel a cold coming on, I will start slamming the apple cider vinegar, and I never get a cold anymore.
I've heard that. I get colds all the time, so I should give it a shot.
If it does catch me, it lasts for like a day and then it's gone.
Oh, I'll give that a shot. I'll give it a shot. So hopefully we get colds this week, so we can test that.
No. But I don't mix it with water. I will take a mason jar. I fill it about halfway full of the cider vinegar, and then add some honey just to make it a little more palatable. And plus, honey's supposed to be good for like sore throats and colds and stuff too. And I'll mix that up and just take a shot of it every time I open the fridge.
Are you doing honey right now?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, Bill. It is time for
Weekly update.
No.
Oh.
It's time for food facts.
I need a schedule.
We'll do the weekly update after the food facts. All righty, food facts. Bill, did you know that a 2010 study in the Journal of Pain found that ginger can help reduce exercise-induced muscle pain by up to 25%?
That makes sense because ginger is anti-inflammatory.
It does make sense. Like some of these studies, you're like, yeah. Well, thanks for doing that study. We knew that.
Did you know that drinking water makes you less thirsty?
That's pretty great. Bill, did you know that 1 in every 8 Americans has been employed by McDonald's?
I believe that.
I do too.
That's not just fast food. It's specifically McDonald's. That's kind of amazing.
Bill, did you know that drying fruit causes massive nutrient loss, depleting 30 to 80% of vitamin and antioxidant content?
I didn't know that. That's sad.
I didn't know that either.
I like dehydrated fruit.
Kind of makes sense, I guess. But but also like dehydrated. Well,
I guess it depends on which vitamin and mineral, because I know some are more susceptible to oxidation.
Bill, did you know that 10% of Americans are vegetarian? Portland, Seattle, and San Francisco represent the U.S.'s top 3 vegetarian cities.
I would have thought a bit more than that.
Yeah.
Not vegan, just vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian 10% seems kind of...
That seems kind of low.
Does seem low. That means 90% of America is eating meat. No wonder we have problems.
I don't think eating meat in itself is
horrible. It's horrible.
I think it's
bad
the
for
amount
everything
of meat that we eat.
I think it's all bad. I think it's bad.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. I'm having trouble now because of the amount of meat I eat.
Right.
I think if I had eaten meat responsibly, kind of with this 90-10 diet that I'm on now, if I had eaten meat this way, coming up to this point, I wouldn't be doing this podcast.
And you can't say what affects you is going to necessarily be the same for other people. People have different body chemistry. Some people do great on meat. Some people can eat, a pound of sugar a day and be fine.
No. You're talking about people looking okay.
No. Well, the sugar is not a great example, but you know what I mean.
Sugar and meat. You're talking about people looking okay. Some people do have good genetics and are just going to live a long time.
Maybe.
No, some people just live a long time.
I think there are some people that just do better on meat.
I don't think so.
According to my scientific research.
Your scientific research.
Yes.
Yeah. Bill, did you know that 1 cup of portobello mushrooms, which is 42 calories, and coconut water, which is 46 calories, each pack 1.5 times the potassium of a large banana? A cup of egg whites provides an equal amount.
That's amazing.
That is just what is the point of that? Why would you tell me, what's the point of that information?
I guess if you're looking for potassium in a place other than bananas.
Sure. They actually met the banana equivalent dose. You've heard that?
Mm-mm.
You've never heard banana equivalent dose?
Mm-mm.
Bill, food fact, banana equivalent dose is a measurement of radiation.
What?
Yeah. Let's look it up. Let's look this up right now. Okay, so yeah, but Bill, did you know that? Yeah, we go on. Yeah.
I forgot why we were looking that up.
But banana equivalent dose. Bananas are radioactive.
Yeah.
That's what we were saying.
Oh.
I don't know why we were saying that.
No.
Not at all. But
awesome show.
Just learn that eating 600 bananas, which easy to do.
Yeah.
600 bananas is
I do that in the morning.
Is the same radiation content as a chest X-ray.
Crazy.
This is so riveting. Well, you learned something new here, folks. At least Bill did. Banana equivalent dose. I wanted to start a band called that at one point. Yeah.
That would be a great name, actually.
So, except I can't play music. So, there's that.
Yeah.
Coolio.
That doesn't stop us from having a band.
True. Bill and I are in 4 bands.
Yeah.
At least 3. Two. How many bands are we in?
I'm only in 2.
You're in 2?
Yeah.
I'm in 4.
Oh. That's impressive. Can I be in one of your bands?
Sure. Bill's in 3 bands.
Ah.
Done and done.
Suck it.
That's how that works, kids. Cool. So it is time for the weekly update.
Yay.
So much energy moving into this. This is great. I'm actually feeling pretty good today.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
Considering the mood you were in before we started this podcast, I'm happy.
I was getting a little frustrated
Yeah.
before the podcast. Yeah, I was.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be another week 4 podcast.
Yeah, but you weren't in a good mood either.
No. I was in a fine mood.
You were not.
Low energy.
You were in a bad mood.
No, I wasn't.
You were in a bad mood. You were.
I was not.
You were getting stinky with me.
I wasn't in a bad mood.
I love wheezing into the microphone. That's a really scary one. It's like this is like something to wake up to. Like just in your ear.
I imagine you probably have woken up to that before.
Are you admitting that we've slept together? Or near
each other,
enough
yeah.
each other, I guess.
Yeah. And we used to smoke and laugh a lot.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I imagine you probably have heard that waking up.
Yeah, I think I have. There was
probably with me standing over your face.
Bill and I worked. What were we doing? Like painting or something.
Yeah.
And Bill used to have to come over and like wake me up.
Oh my god.
And like during this stage of my life, I slept pretty good.
You slept too well.
I gotta tell you, like I slept pretty good. So I was one of these people. You just couldn't wake me up if I wasn't ready to wake up. And
which used to frustrate the heck out of me until I started to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that's when you really started to hate me.
Yeah. No, I started getting, so Bill used to come over to wake me up and like have to just sit there and shake me and talk to me. And then he started like touching my face and probably wheezing in my ear and things like that. But eventually he'd wake me up and then I would always be in a bad mood. I'd always be like, screw you. I'm going back to sleep. I hate you.
I'd have to try to wake you up from afar because you'd oftentimes wake up swinging.
Yeah. Well, it was only when you were touching my face.
Yeah, or doing something else equally frustrating.
Yeah, he would terrorize me. In fairness, it did get me out of bed.
Yeah.
So it did get me out of bed. I did hate him for the rest of the day. Oh, we'll work together, but I hate you. At least for 3 or 4 more minutes. Yeah, give me some time. But yeah, no, I was awful. I was awful to wake up. So sorry, and thanks for doing that.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for.
Keep smiling, keep driving.
Shining.
I don't know the words to this song anymore. I'm sure. He just left me hanging there.
I
That's
did.
what friends are for.
I drifted off into my own thoughts trying to come up with more lyrics.
I thought you were just like, yeah, this is dumb. Checking out.
Maybe it was partly that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what? Weekly update.
Weekly update.
All right, Bill. Last time we talked, you weighed something.
I weighed 375.
I'm gonna have to start writing these down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I got the little what's that fitness tracker? My Fitness Pal.
Yeah.
I've been trying to remember to use that to document my weight, just so I don't forget, because I forget from week to week too.
Right. I did the MyFitnessPal for the first week, and then I haven't done it again since then. I was supposed to do it.
Yeah, I was doing really good using it to actually track my my meals and my calories and all that stuff. But then I just got lazy. I mean, once you start using it for a while, you get to have a really good judge of what calories are in what and how much, you know.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you should stop using it.
No, it doesn't.
Like I have. just to indicate that. But no, you shouldn't stop using it, because that's the thing about food and how you interact with it is it's sneaky. And then you stop thinking about it. And as soon as you stop thinking about it, you start consuming. I guarantee you, and I think about my meals quite a lot. I guarantee you that I am consuming more calories than I'm aware of, because I'm not logging it.
Right.
I'm not putting it in there.
And there's an accountability factor, I think, at work there. I think psychologically, if you have to admit to your phone that you had that donut, there may be a better chance that you don't eat that donut.
Here, I'll admit something, guys. I've had 10 donuts this week.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, delicious.
That's a lot. Where do you get 10 donuts from?
I just throughout the week, I just go get some donuts.
Huh. That's a bad habit, man.
Yeah, I'm on a diet. I'm on a podcast for losing weight, and I've probably had 10 donuts this week.
Which brings us back to
Weekly Update
for the 10th time. We don't go on tangents.
No. And we're very structured and orderly, too.
Yes. What does the schedule say? Where are we supposed to be?
Yeah,
I was kidding. We're at the Weekly Update.
I can't read the schedule. But I think we're probably at the, we never did the exercise recap.
No.
Let's do the weekly. I didn't exercise. Did you exercise? I walked a little bit.
So I've been walking. I walked, I think, every day this week.
So this is so great that we've totally abandoned the weekly update
for the fifth time.
For the fifth time. I love it. All right.
I did. I did a lot of walking this week. As a matter of fact, I walked. I think I walked twice on one day because you called and I felt like I'm taking a walk while I talked to you.
Well, good job.
Yeah,
good job. I think I hit probably 10,000 steps yesterday.
I stopped. I can't wear the stupid Fitbit.
I track it on my phone.
It just bothers my wrist. I don't know. I don't like it on my wrist.
Well, the thing I've heard lately is that they're bad for you.
No, that makes sense.
Well, they're bad for you because it's electronic.
And it's Bluetooth.
You keep your phone on you, it's also electronic.
And that's bad for you as well.
Right.
Doesn't stop me from keeping it with me.
Well, I know that's what I'm saying. It's just like they're like, yeah, it's bad for you, and I'm like, yeah, but it's also not as bad for you as like strapping a cell phone to your wrist.
Right. Although I have been lately putting my cell phone in my metal filing cabinet as I lay down to go to sleep, so it's not right next to my head. I don't know if it does anything, but
it's probably amplifying it. It's like a speaker.
It's focusing it directly in my head,
like a microwave.
But one thing I noticed is when I first was, when I walk, I just walk during lunch. I just walk around the block a few times. And when I first started walking, it would take me 28 minutes to walk around the block 3 times.
Right.
And I was like, I'm going to time myself again this week, and it only took me 22 minutes.
Nice.
And I'm not walking at a fast pace. My pace is just increased, and I'm walking.
Your snail pace is getting faster.
Yeah. And so that means that's what, 6 minutes, 5 minutes?
Nice.
It's like
you shaved 5 minutes off your walk.
25-30% increase.
Yeah.
If I could do that every month,
that would be.
I'd be running marathons by winter.
Yeah. Yeah, you and then after that you'd beat like land records and.
Yeah. I'd be faster than a cheetah by next year.
You take 30% off every month, yeah. It'd be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So I don't have a lot of confidence in you being able to do that.
Why? Didn't we just sing the song? That's what friends are for.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I
need
believe in
your
you, Bill.
support.
I believe in you.
You just said you didn't.
I know.
You're a liar.
I changed my tune. I changed my idea on it. I think you can be the fastest human on Earth
Thanks.
if you want to.
At my age.
Yeah, totally. You're good. You're good. I believe you because that's what friends are for. Keep running. Keep flying. You can jump off that building for sure. You won't get hurt.
Till you hit the floor.
Nice. Yeah.
Weekly update.
Well, I didn't talk about. Oh, yeah, I didn't. I walked some.
You walked.
Not on purpose. I just walked some.
Not on purpose.
Yeah, I just
I had to go to the bathroom once.
happenstance. You know,
Yeah.
you just I literally broke like 10,000 steps, but by not purposely walking. I just,
In a day?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's a lot of walking.
Oh, you thought I meant for the week 10,000 steps?
No, I just
Yeah.
it didn't register that you said 10,000
Yeah,
steps.
yeah, yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, yeah, but that's a little more. I was working and actually had stuff to do, so did pretty.
Are you sure it
pretty
wasn't just your phone jiggling on your jiggly body that
good.
registered
No,
steps?
I've actually checked that pretty good. It does. I checked it pretty good.
I checked that pretty good.
And it does all right.
All right.
No, I'm actually impressed with how well it can tell when I'm walking and when I'm not. Because
My Fitbit registers me as walking if I'm typing very aggressively.
you need to settle down when you're typing. I think. You type,
It's usually angry emails.
Dear Matt. I have words with you, sir. Typed words. Priceless joke. That was really good.
That was good.
All right. I guess I did give my update. I've walked some, but
Yeah.
not on purpose. So
Good job.
yeah. Cool. Time for the weekly update.
Weekly update. And that's our podcast, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.
Nice. Yeah.
So yeah, back to weekly update.
Weekly update.
375 is what I started off this week.
Yep.
375 is what I ended off this week.
High five.
Which is, it's not a gain.
No.
It's not a gain.
No.
It's not a gain.
I think last week you lost kind of a lot of weight, right? You lost like 4 pounds or something.
Yeah.
So
But that's because I had gained 4 pounds the week before.
okay, so you're so it's not a gain.
No, it's not a gain. It's not a gain.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on not gaining weight. Good job, Bill.
Thanks.
Way to maintain, dude. I really appreciate that. That's great.
Well, I told you like some of the junk that I ate this week, so
Well, yeah.
I wasn't upset that I didn't
Right.
lose any weight. I was just happy that I didn't gain any weight.
So Bill has seen me eat a pancake.
Oh, I wouldn't call that eating. I'd call it ravishing a pancake.
I just had to do it quickly to get it out of the way. Is all. He watched me eat a lemon pound cake.
Oh yeah.
Just
Yeah,
now?
Yeah. I just watched you drink a venti mocha.
Yeah, a venti mocha with all the pumps.
Yeah, all the pumps.
All the pumps of chocolate in it. It was-
Here at Bill and Matt Losing It, we take all the pumps.
Ooh. But yeah, no, it was because the Starbucks is doing the like coconut milk thing you can
Yeah,
do now.
it's really good.
It's delicious. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I'll have an iced venti latte with coconut milk or mocha with coconut milk in it. It's delicious, and it's healthy. Totally healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my diet.
Yeah.
I'm sure that chocolate's vegan, right?
Right.
I'm not going to look into it. I refuse to
That
look
milk
into
chocolate? Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm not looking into it. I don't want to know. I eat butter still, so that's my big excuse. I eat butter. I tell people I'm vegan, but I eat butter and things like that, so not really.
I'm going to go get my cholesterol checked. No, I haven't had any cholesterol.
None at all.
Well, I eat butter.
And eggs and chicken and beef. and Carl Buttig packs of turkey and chicken.
That's not even meat.
It started as meat. It lived near a chicken once, or a turkey. It used to be near one.
What's that thing next to that chicken? That's Buddy.
That's Buddy.
He's gonna be lunch meat someday.
Is it? Should we throw it away? No. That's good eating for some stupid kid. It's supposed to be fed to children, you know.
Yeah. Who else would eat that on purpose?
Because me. But that's because I was raised on it.
Right.
I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
I do enjoy the texture, that super thin, meaty film.
Yeah,
When
film
you pile
is
it
actually
you pile it on top of each other. It's
good.
Yeah, it's interesting.
What I like to do is put mayonnaise on the sandwich or on the bread, and then I take a single slice of it and lay it on the sandwich, and then pull it back up and eat that. Just a piece of butter with mayonnaise on it.
That doesn't sound so bad.
It's delicious. You should not do that. Don't do that. Because if you like it, that's trouble. Then you're eating that stuff, and then what's wrong with you?
Right.
So,
where are we at?
weekly update.
Weekly update. It's your
So,
turn.
oh yeah,
It's
so
your turn.
you did not gain weight.
I did not gain weight.
Congratulations, Bill.
I did not gain weight.
Great job. What did I start this week as? Well, it was one, because I gained 1.5 pounds last week.
Right.
So it was at 118. Yeah, 118. Or no, 3.
What?
Did you hear all the thought I put into that as I was putting out the wrong information? That was good. So I weighed 318 last week after gaining 1.5 pounds. This week I weigh 316. So I lost 2 pounds this week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah. Well, you just talked about how horrible your diet was this week.
No, my diet was good.
No?
Oh, because I had the pancake and the lemon pound cake and the 3
mochas.
or the 3 mochas. I actually probably had like 5 mochas and 10 donuts.
But you did come off the soda.
I came off the soda. My diet's been great, and I had a lot of sweet tea.
Yeah.
If I was not eating like all the dessert, like all of the dessert, like I eat all of it. If I wasn't eating all of the dessert and drinking all of the drinks, is that light in your eye?
No, it's fine.
Okay. If I wasn't eating all the dessert and drinking all of the sweet drinks, I would probably be just throwing weight off right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm eating more desserts and sugars than I was before I stopped eating meat. So we've done our weekly updates. So I'm down a total of 9 pounds from the beginning.
I can't remember what my starting weight was. Was it 381?
381.
So I'm still down 6 pounds.
You're down 6 pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm down 9.
Yeah.
So I'm beating you.
Good job.
And I've had 10 donuts.
I'm gonna start eating donuts. Maybe that's the secret.
I'm not saying that those are good decisions, Bill. I'm just compare and contrast.
All right, so we've been talking too long. Let's go ahead and end this episode. Thank you all again for listening to yet another episode of Bill and Matt Are Losing It. We do it for us, but we also do it for you, and we really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out and listening to more of us just talk about stuff.
Keep talking about every week.
Yeah.
And you just keep coming back and listening.
So why you're doing that, I don't know. And thank you. Anyway, take care. Have a great week.
Bill and Matt, signing off.
I'll put this in.
Of course.